Hello and welcome to the TCF Morning Show. It is Thursday, September 3rd, and I am joined tonight by Matt Schoolfield at schools_01 and Boomy at Boomy TCF. I am Zach Lilia at Z Lilia TCF, the main page at typical_Chicago. I'll get into the rest of this in a second because we are watching Game 7. Me and Matt both have money line, Thunder, 102-104. Thunder are down, 1.1 seconds left. We want to get this alive. Well, not live, but it will be interesting for you guys to
live for us.
Come on, get the ball.
Call timeout.
We got another timeout, so we'll get to the rest of the social medias here. Instagram, follow us on Instagram at Typical Chicago Fans. Facebook, like Typical Chicago Fans Facebook page. Go over to YouTube, subscribe to the Typical Chicago Fans YouTube page. Put the Morning Show podcast.
They call the foul.
On who?
On Houston.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what's going on
but then
here,
follow
but
us on YouTube. We got local legend interviews that we've been doing on there. We will be doing that from now on all the Typical Chicago Fans podcasts, which you can also get on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube page, and then go over wherever you get your podcast from. If it's Apple, subscribe, rate, review. Spotify, follow us on there. Spreaker, shout out Boomy's two uncles. And then wherever else you get your podcast from, just type in Typical Chicago Fans. You will find us on there. Shout out to 26shirts.com Chicago. Go over there. Type in Typical Chicago Fans at checkout, and you'll get 15% off of your purchase. They have great shirts. All go to a great cause. They got a hat, and they have some flags. So whatever you want, go over there. At checkout, type in Typical Chicago Fans, and you will get 15% off of your purchase. And follow them on all social media. We love you guys over there at Typical Chicago Fans. Oh, at 26shirts.com Chicago. We also love Typical Chicago Fans.
We do.
We love ourselves. But this is quite crazy what's going on here. I don't really know what's going on. But again, 26shirts.com Chicago. Use Typical Chicago Fans. At checkout, type it in, and you will get 15% off of your purchase. Like I said, send us a screenshot if you do make one of those purchases with the promo code, and we will give you a shout out. And like I said, Boomy said when we get to 10, Boomy has a T-shirt for the people. When we get 10 screenshots of 10 different people with using the promo code, and we will pick a winner from those 10 people, and Boomy has a free shirt.
Yes.
So I love it. Speaking of shirts, Boomy, love the shirt tonight.
They called a foul. Galen already shooting free throws, too.
Oh, my gosh. We might have overtime.
D'Antoni's going ballistic. Houston is going ballistic right now. Westbrook and Harden are screaming at the ref.
But, Boomy, love the shirt.
Galen already shooting at an empty lane.
Boomy, love the shirt.
Sunnyvale Trailer Park, baby.
I do love that. That is probably one of my favorite shirts I've ever seen.
He missed it. Oh, my God. Unbelievable, dude.
Oh, my God.
Where's the foul at? Oh,
they said he got held coming underneath, but.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, my God.
Another timeout.
Oh, Jesus.
This game's going to take forever.
I'm so confused what's going on here.
I don't know what's going on here either.
I thought we just lost the bet there. We do still have a chance of winning this. I thought that was 2 free throws. What did they get, like a flake?
It must have been a delayed game because
Flagrant?
before the pass. It must have been a delay. It must have been a delayed game. It had to.
Well, let's get in.
Sorry, folks. We got Zach and I have no sound right now. That's the problem.
No sound. So
that's why we're not getting.
That's for the people, you know. But let's get to our first subject here. Cubs win another in Pittsburgh. Beautiful to see the Cubs win another one. It's 2 in a row or 3 in a row? I think it's gotta be 3 or 4 in a row here, because we ended up winning the series against the Reds. I think we won that last game against the Reds. But either way.
Yeah,
Yu Darvish.
So their last loss would have been Saturday night.
Yu Darvish on the mound today to sweep the Pirates. This is exactly what we kind of needed here. Right, this is a 3-game series. Right?
It was great to see different guys coming in. Like, obviously, Ian Happ's been hot as a pistol, but Wilson Contreras, I believe, had a home run. Javi had a huge bomb. So
Yeah,
There's going to be more guys getting involved.
Yeah, it's awesome to see. Like Javi, that one was absolutely crushed. That's
There it
beautiful to see from Javi. And then,
are you kidding me?
Turnover, ball game.
fuck is this bullshit? Fuck this.
Why would you be throwing it to Steven Adams
My
there?
gosh, what the idiots?
They must have been going for a quick entry to a release from the guy throwing it in. That could have been the only explanation there.
Oh my god,
That's bullshit.
such a gross way to lose right
It's
there.
awful. But the Cubs, they made me happy at least with winning tonight. Kyle Hendricks having a good performance tonight. The offense, another 8 runs on the board. The bullpen,
Extend the division lead to 4.
bullpen, they played well. I did not know. Was it Tempera? Is that how you say it?
Tempera.
He gave up
Yeah.
a home run right away, so that made me a little nervous there, but they all settled in. So the bullpen got them through this game. Like I said, we go for a nice sweep here and get back on track here with, like I said, a struggling division. But the Cubs really need to solidify themselves as the first place teams, like with a 5-6 game lead, because the Cardinals are, I see now above 500, so the Cubs aren't the only team above 500 in the division. But the Cubs really need to take this next week or so and get hot and, like I said, try and run away with the division.
Yeah, that's a big series coming up this weekend.
Cardinals.
Friday and then 2 on Saturday. That could be huge. I mean, you take 3 or 4 out of that, you're going to distance yourself a little bit.
Annoying to play.
You know, yeah,
Every game against them is a fucking doubleheader.
Yeah, I hate it, but you know it is what it is, and you got to come ready to play. And this is the one. Like this is an opportunity. If you take 3 or 4, you're going to distance yourself. Whereas if you lose 3 or 4, split it, you're kind of leaving yourself in the middle of a dogfight. So you got to finish up in Pittsburgh today. You Darvish on the mound going to look. Hopefully he keeps up what he's been doing because he has been outstanding.
Pitcher of the month and
got to roll it into this. Yeah, I mean the guy is a stud right now. He's
love it.
It's taken a little bit of time, but he's been looking recently like he's worth every penny of that deal.
Loving it. Maddie, anything on the Cubs, or are you still just mad?
No, I'm a little worried still that they're just not. The lineup doesn't look like just dangerous like it did at the beginning of the year. It just seemed like everybody was mashing early. It's nice to get Bryant back. I think they need to get him going. If they can get him, even closely somewhat resembling, what he should be doing, such an injection of that offense. And, Rizzo, is going to turn it back on. He's about as up and down of a player as there is. When he gets hot, he gets scorching hot. So, his hot streak's coming against him, too.
Yeah.
So.
To play devil's advocate, though, Matt, they have scored 26 runs in their last 3 games.
And also, they've been.
It's the Pirates, so that's the only thing. And I know that you're not wrong. You're absolutely. It's the teams on their schedule. That's who
right.
The only thing.
I know what you mean.
It's you get 2 homers from Jason Hayward, and that's just an outlier to me. You can't deny what that outfield has done production wise. Like I saw a tweet earlier today that it was like, they're ranked like top 2 or 3 in just about every offensive analytical category, including WAR as a collective group. With Hayward, Schwarber, and Happ are just absolutely killing the ball this year as a group, and they're going to play good defense too with Hayward leading the charge out there. But I don't know. I want to see a little bit more. It's all.
I want to see it this weekend against St. Louis. That'd maybe prove a little bit more.
I don't know. I'm kind of happy with this offense right now. At least the way they've bounced back. I mean, they're to this point with Javi is just finally starting to get hot here. Chris Bryant hopefully gets back healthy. So I'm excited to see what this offense can do here in the next week or 2 weeks or so, and hopefully get hot and take a few here in the division, and we can get a nice little lead.
And going to be without Quintana for another 10.
What?
Quintana just got placed on the 10-day IL.
Jeez Louise. But let's move on to another team in Chicago that had some players of the month. Jose Abreu got AL Player of the Month, and Luis Robert got AL Rookie of the Month. Their offense hot. They had like 50-something home runs in August. But I don't know what the score is as of right now, but it wasn't looking.
They just lost 8-1
in Minnesota. That'll happen when who was pitching tonight?
Ronaldo Lopez.
Yeah, that pitching rotation
only went 1 2/3, gave up 3 runs.
And that bullpen.
You
get that bullpen that early. That's not good.
Yeah, exactly.
Might be time for that project to end here soon.
Yeah, but
I thought that project was over, and then they brought him back. They sent him down to the camp or whatever they have in Schaumburg, and then they brought him back right for the Cubs series. And I was a little surprised by that, but obviously they need the arms. So, that's so frustrating watching him get tagged by a Minnesota team, and then the Cubs struggled with him so mightily on that Saturday in that series because he's not that good.
Yeah.
But some days you got it, Some days it just
he's got good stuff. He's always been a pitcher with a lot of talent.
You are right to that point.
He's always been a pitcher with a lot of talent.
Why is this offense?
Yeah.
We're always saying like, oh, we're beating up on these bad teams. Well, we've also lost to these bad teams.
Yeah.
On the other factor, but the White Sox, tough one in Minnesota. A good Minnesota Twins team. It's going to be fun to see these teams. They'll probably be
But they get to bounce back and play the Royals this weekend. So
that'll be nice. But this will be these two teams, the Cubs and the Sox, will be in contention for first place for the first time in a long time, and it's going to, I think, be fun for the city of Chicago and for us as a podcast to be able to follow two good baseball teams and exciting teams.
You nailed it, dude.
But let's move on. Boys, a week from today, we will have NFL games. This is very, very exciting to us. We are big fans of the NFL. We're going to have our NFL TCF pick show be coming out next week. We're going to have a lot of content within the NFL season. Boys, how excited are we for an NFL Thursday, NFL Sunday, a Monday night? It's going to be amazing.
To say excited is an understatement, especially like 2 months ago we weren't sure we were going to see an NFL season. So I'm very excited, especially with the limited amount of college football going on. I prefer college football, but I love the NFL. I'm not taking anything away for the fact that just because of the number of games.
I know,
I just love college.
Yeah, I got you.
But other than that, I mean, like you said, 2 months ago we weren't sure if this was going to happen, and now we're 7 days away. So let's rock and roll, man. I'm excited.
I am too. I'm so excited. I know Maddie is over there. It's got to be your favorite time of the year.
It is. I am still gonna miss the traditional college football season.
It's like tough.
It's just that sucks.
At this point, we just gotta be happy that we at least have some sort of college football season with everything.
No, I agree.
But I know what you mean though. Just all the games going on Saturday and then the lead up on like a Friday night, Thursday.
Well, and then you have like your weird Tuesday MAC games and Thursday, like Big South game or whatever, the Sun Belt.
No MAC this season.
You'll have you literally have games like damn near every day. It feels like
everyone wants the Big Ten back.
It does.
Why aren't we fighting for the MAC to come back?
Amen, brother.
I mean, that's a big thing for us.
Do you believe Trump talked to the Big Ten to try to? That's crazy when you think about it.
When
you actually think about the president of the United States
trying to convince
talking
them to play
to
more football.
NCAA conference commissioner about restarting their football season. That's just wild to think about.
It is wild to think about.
On the surface.
More within the NFL, though. Fournette signs with the
Buccaneers.
Boys, that's huge.
Jesus.
That's huge. I mean, I was hoping for the Bears to sign him. I saw an article today pretty much saying that Matt Nagy was saying no way it's going to happen. Really downplaying it. Kind of interesting move. We'll see if they go towards Kamara, who is maybe going to be traded, maybe not. A lot of weird reports about that one, too. Two sides seem like they're not really on the same page, but we'll see where that goes. But, yeah, that Fournette, it hurts because, it's going to make the Buccaneers good or a lot better. Or not a lot better. Better in a sense.
Yeah.
But it also hurts because I thought that the Bears should have signed him. And I may be on a different side than a lot of Bears fans, but I think they should have at least gave it a chance.
I wouldn't have been mad about it. I guess I wouldn't say I was pushing for it, but I definitely wouldn't have been upset if they got him. You know what I mean? It's kind of one of those things.
We already have a little bit of an injury to David Montgomery start off the year, and what happened? I think Fournette would start over David Montgomery.
Oh, probably.
You know what I mean? I don't see why upgrading
it's definitely
wrong,
possible.
and then I don't know. But
you're not wrong. You're not wrong there.
Unfortunately, Matt Nagy's offense is.
I think it's one of those things.
Tight hold to what it is.
I think it's one of those things too, though. The NFL, like teams have tried to put the dream team concept together before, like the Eagles. Vince Young when he was talking about this as the dream team. Teams have tried to build up and collect as much talent as opposed to trying to find like the best parts for their squad. In general. I don't think Tampa Bay is just going to waltz right into a Super Bowl. I think there's a lot of
because
especially there's a lot Fournette in this late. I mean, we're literally a week out from games. It's not going to be the smoothest transition. You bring anybody in 10 days before your first game.
43-year-old.
Well, think about two. Leonard Fournette's problem as a running back in Jacksonville wasn't because like he was just a complete dog shit offensive line or whatever it may be. Like he's got like no burst. Like it doesn't.
And the attitude, I think, had a little bit of a problem.
It's one of those, and he was always injured. It always seemed like there was a hamstring or something like that. And it's just like that guy created a lot of his own problems, and then obviously some injuries stopped and caused some problems too. So it's like he's a good player. I think he's got a lot of talent. He was a stud in college, but I don't know. I don't think it makes Tampa any more dangerous than they were before.
And the thing is, you kind of got to look at it though with when a guy leaves the Jaguars, you got to give him a chance because it seems like a lot of things go on when people are within that organization. Because, like I said, they've lost so many good talents
bad organizations.
Yeah, they've gotten good talents.
Are hard to overcome.
Whatever happens to them, like I said, hopefully for us Bears fans too, that's the same case with Nick Foles. That it was just a weird transition. And also, I hear this stat about Nick Foles having a bad comeback last year. He broke his collarbone and had to come back to a team that wasn't even that good in the first place. I still think that people are overlooking that, especially some people on sports radio or whatever are looking too much into that, and you just kind of gotta hopefully say that was just injuries and a bad team.
Well, the other thing too is by the time he came back, there was no reason for them to sit Minshew. They weren't going to the playoffs.
No,
Minshew was a draft a rookie quarterback. So you might as well see what you got with him as opposed to seeing what you have with Nick Foles. You know what I mean?
It's not like they had him come back in a playoff hunt and then they switched back to Minshew. It's like they were like, well, why keep putting that guy out there?
Right.
But let's move on. Matty Puck's NHL playoff breakdown. One of my favorite parts of every morning show. Matty, what we got?
Just one game last night. It was the best series that's going on right now. That was the Avalanche and Stars. I've talked a lot about the way those two teams play. It's just like up and down, fast paced. A lot of scoring. Not a lot of scoring tonight or last night from the Stars though. Avalanche won 4-1. Tied the series up 3-3. They were down 3-1.
Game 7.
Tied up the series now. Game 7. NHL playoffs. Doesn't get a lot better than that. Those two teams come back and play on Friday night. So it'll be Friday night late, I believe, too. I think it's a late night start for them. Depending on what happens with Vancouver and Vegas tomorrow. So a couple good games. Thursday night, though, with Flyers and Islanders playing Game 6 and Vegas and Vancouver playing Game 6 as well.
Yeah. So I said another Game 7. Let's just get into it. NBA playoffs. We just watched the Game 7 that broke our hearts.
What a night, both games.
Great game. The Bucks and the Heat come down to a game-winning free throw with no time left by Jimmy Butler. A very weird end of the game. Giannis with the foul.
Two horrible fouls. Two horrible calls.
I think that. But my thing is, the hand should have never. He should have never done that. I guess that warrants the foul.
This is so elementary, and you guys played basketball growing up. You know this. If the game's on the line, there's a guy shooting. You don't go near it.
Yeah.
And I know you want to contest, but like especially in the NBA, how touchy some of the calls are, and like
clearly put his hand on the side.
I even tweeted how bad of a call it was because they were both very, very cheap fouls. But at the end of the day, like you got to take that risk versus reward on putting your hand up or putting your hand down. That an NBA player who's one of the most skilled in the game is going to take that contact and exaggerate it and get that foul call. Like you need to force that guy to make a shot, especially the one on Dragic. Like I don't think that was a foul, but you got to let him just launch that, 28-footer and hope it goes out with a hand up instead of being that close. I get it why you're doing that, but at the same time, like, get the hell away from him. And the same thing goes with Giannis there at the end. Those are just
clearly a foul.
Yeah, but like it just felt like they were going to call that no matter if there was contact, just because of how like close the Dragic foul was.
I really don't think so. I think that was just clearly he put his hand on his side, and the ref was literally looking right at it. Like that was like, what are you doing? Like just keep your hand.
There was no reason.
Force him to make.
There was no reason to initiate contact. There was no. You're right, Zach, because there was no need for contact in that spot. There wasn't. You're not trying to knock him off. The shot's already up.
Like, what are you doing?
It's not like he's trying to get the shot up, and you're just kind of playing physical defense. That was just a late hand for no purpose.
He already shot the ball, and then he hit him on the side. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're not even doing anything to the shot.
You literally get yelled at in like fifth grade basketball when a kid like has a half court shot and you try to play defense. Like it's literally the stuff that goes back to when you started playing basketball and you see NBA players still out here doing it. It was a wild end to that game.
Wild end.
How about the ending? How about the ending in the Thunder game though, Zach?
But really, truthfully, I don't know if it matters that much because I don't think either of these teams really have a chance against the Lakers. If you really kind of watch this game tonight, I just don't see how either of these teams are going to match up. Like who on the Rockets are going to guard Anthony Davis?
That's the thing. The Lakers are not going to start a player under 6'6", and the Rockets might not.
Because you look at the Thunder,
6'6",
like
that's a match. And if they get hot and hit threes like crazy, then they're going to be in it. But
but even at that, the Lakers still have guys who can do that. Like if you look at both of these teams on the court tonight, Steven Adams was probably the biggest guy out there.
Oh,
right.
I mean, like that.
In the other series, you got Jokic. That's about the one guy that could, create some fits for Davis. He's good. He's skilled offensively. So if Denver can upset the Clippers, they might have the big that could create a little bit of a problem for Davis. It's the best defensive player in the league, so it's not going to be like, too much trouble for him. But you know what I'm saying.
I just think that, like I said, watching this game tonight, you're just looking at two teams that rely a lot on shooting, and that is just not going to work. The Trailblazers kind of figure that out from game one. After game one, that's just not going to keep working if you're going to keep trying to beat them shooting threes.
It'll steal you a couple games, but I don't know if it's enough firepower to win.
I don't know. I think that they're going to be able to contain Westbrook and Harden, and then from there, what are they going to do? There's no other.
Yeah. Let PJ Tucker beat you.
I mean, Eric Gordon's good. He can shoot some threes, but I mean, other than that, this team is, like I said, there's no dominant big man.
Yeah.
But Boomy, this is going to be one of the wackier of the web stories. Let's see what you got for us tonight.
All right, boys. First thing I need you to do is pull up Facebook. And I need you to go to your search bar at the top, and I need you to type in a name for me. And I want you to see if you are friends with this person. The name, are you ready?
Sure.
The name is Selene, Selene, Delgado, Delgado, Lopez. And I want you to click on it. Should look something like this.
Sure.
I want you to be friends with this person.
Yeah.
Everybody that I have seen going around Facebook, everybody is friends with this person and no one knows who she is. I looked up mine. I'm friends with this person. You cannot unfriend this person, but you can block them. It's been going all over Facebook tonight. Apparently, some people are theorizing that this is like a government, something that was put into Facebook or a Facebook monitoring thing. And I'm a little worried to put this out. I don't know if like who's watching. But yeah,
Interesting. Okay.
apparently everybody's friends with this person and no one knows who it is.
That's weird.
That is
What?
Yeah, literally everybody's posting it on Facebook that they look it up and they're friends with this person too, and nobody know. Like I don't know who a Celine Delgado Lopez is from Mexico, but yeah, it's going around like crazy right now, and that's it's been kind of getting a little bit of viralness going on Facebook. So I had to join it with or share it with you guys to see if you were friends with Miss Lopez as well.
That's wild. That is a wacky web story for us, Boomy.
So yeah, if you're listening to this, check out on Facebook to see if you're friends with Celine Delgado Lopez, just to check. I'm not saying it is what it is what some people are saying it is. I just think it's a very, very
something. Come on, that's not normal.
That's not normal.
It's
like when YouTube took over your iTunes.
Yeah, but they told you it was coming. Like.
Oh, I guess they did.
No one really knows what's going on. So, this might be a part 2 of the Wacky Web.
See what happens next week. Boys,
Celine's going to go on a murder spree or something.
Something like that. Or anybody that talks about her on a podcast is going to, suspiciously die. So,
easy.
It's good.
Boys, anything post-show?
I'm going to have to let everybody know I'm calling my shot now. We're going to upset your team in softball tomorrow. So
that's cute. I'll let you sleep tight on that one. Matt, anything that's not false?
No. I got nothing.
You got nothing. Who you cheering for? Who you cheering for?
Yeah, Matt. The underdog or the giant favorite?
Well, I don't even know if I'll be in the game, first of all.
You guys can't put me in that. You cannot put me in that spot here.
I don't even know if I'll be playing.
The problem is,
you're
gonna
right.
win still, right?
Yeah, we'll win.
No,
exactly. We're gonna win our first game. But like you said, we got a holiday weekend coming up here, so no show will be out on Monday. We're gonna be celebrating the weekend throughout, so we will not be having a show for Monday. We'll be back on Tuesday with a great show, and then, like I said, we got the NFL on Thursday, so we'll have our pick show out on Thursday. Get ready, boys. We got content coming here with the NFL. That's our favorite part of the year is the NFL season. We really crank the content up here on the podcast, on the Typical Chicago Fans. I guess we would say platform as of right now. Because we love the football season. We love the pick shows. It's always a thing that me and Boomy love to do. And we got Matt this year to join us, and we'll see who the best bettor is throughout the NFL season. But again, I've been joined tonight by Matt Schoolfield at Schools_01 and Boomy at Boomy TCF. I am Zach Lilia at ZLilia TCF. You can follow the main page at typical_Chicago. Go over to Instagram and follow the Typical Chicago Fans Instagram page. Go to Facebook, type in Typical Chicago Fans, and give us a like on there. Go over to YouTube, type in Typical Chicago Fans. Subscribe to the YouTube page. We got all the morning shows, podcasts, local legend interviews that we do within the podcast. We put them out separately on our YouTube page. We got our candy review, all the stuff that we do go on the YouTube page. And then wherever you get your podcast from, if it's Apple, subscribe, rate, review. Spotify, give us a follow on there. Spreaker, shout out to Boomy's uncles. And then wherever else you get your podcast from, just type in Typical Chicago Fans and you will find us on there. Shout out to 26shirts.com Chicago. Go over there, buy a shirt, buy a hat, buy a flag, and then at the checkout, type in Typical Chicago Fans, and you will get 15% off of your purchase. Again, that is Typical Chicago Fans at checkout, and you will get 15% off of your purchase. Follow them on all social medias. Boys, anything else before the long weekend?
Let's have a great Labor Day weekend.
Yep. Be on the lookout for a podcast sometime throughout the weekend we'll be putting out. We got part 2 with Boomy's dad, my Uncle Brian, so we will have that on there, and we'll have some more fun stuff on the podcast. It's been the TCF Morning Show, Thursday, September 3rd. We love you all.
Peace.
See ya.